Hello and thank you for joining me today on our video report for EDDE 203, Module 3, Print Technology. Our topic today will be the ethical considerations in print. In a world inundated with digital screens and endless virtual pages, there remains a timeless allure in the tactile sensation of flipping through the crisp pages of a book. Even in countries like Japan, where most students possess smartphones, iPads, and personal computers, many still harbor a preference for printed textbooks. However, this insistence on maintaining hard copies also raises ethical questions in today's technological era, which we will delve into in this video. The environmental impact of paper publication stands as one of the foremost and urgent concerns in today's world. Printing physical books entails the utilization of a variety of resources, from printers and ink to paper and leather bindings. Additionally, modern processes involve computers and software for layout, all requiring an internet connection. Ethical considerations loom large, calling for measures to minimize waste and embrace recycled or sustainably sourced materials. Efforts to reduce the carbon footprint associated with printing are an imperative for publication companies. This imperative is especially pronounced among publishers of educational materials who bear the responsibility of setting an example. But the process doesn't end with printing and binding. It only becomes a question of storage and longevity. Proper storage is paramount to prolonging longevity and averting the wasteful depletion of resources. It is important to ensure printed materials are stored away from sunlight in a stable environment, kept upright with proper support, possibly using protective covers for valuable items, stored in acid-free archival boxes for long-term protection, and organized with proper labeling to facilitate easy access and minimize handling. Ensuring accuracy and truthfulness in printed materials presents unique challenges compared to digital publications. Unlike digital content, printed materials are more difficult to revise once published, making it crucial to get things right the first time. Furthermore, books often undergo less rigorous peer reviews and correction processes compared to academic journals. While journals employ blinding models and established mechanisms for corrections, such practices are less common in book publications. To avoid and address errors, inaccuracies, and changes in printed materials, transparent and comprehensive processes for updating, revising, distribution, and redistribution must be implemented. When using third-party content in educational print materials, it's imperative to navigate copyright laws and obtain necessary permissions. First, it's essential to verify if the utilized work is protected by copyright to avoid potential legal ramifications. Second, carefully scrutinize terms of use, considering options such as Creative Commons and open licenses that may offer more lenient usage rights. Third, understand the principles of fair use, ensuring that any borrowed content falls within legally acceptable boundaries. Fourth, if necessary, diligently seek explicit permission from copyright holders, especially for substantial or commercial use. And in cases where permission cannot be obtained, explore alternative content sources to maintain integrity and adherence to ethical standards. Maximizing accessibility of printed materials demands meticulous attention to inclusivity and readability considerations. Inclusive print design guidelines, encompassing elements such as layout, font choice, text size, alignment, and use of formatting features like italics and bold, must be considered. Consider as well providing alternative formats to accommodate various needs, including audiobooks or braille versions for visually impaired individuals, and digital formats like PDF or EPUB for enhanced accessibility. Striving for affordability in educational print materials involves strategic consideration of production factors. Variables such as page count, color options, paper quality, binding methods, print run size, and cover design must be taken into account to optimize cost effectiveness. Implementing cost-saving measures without compromising quality ensures that educational materials remain accessible to students from all socioeconomic backgrounds. Finally, publishers must remain vigilant against common ethical pitfalls to uphold integrity and trustworthiness in their publications. These pitfalls outlined by Brill can be grouped into 3 categories. First, we have truthfulness, consisting of plagiarism, including self, compression, and translation plagiarism, deceptive practices such as fabrication and falsification, including altering data to mislead, and misrepresentation of authorship and qualifications, as well as the malicious use of logical fallacies or inflammatory language. Next is compliance and fairness, including breaches of duty of care, such as failures to protect participants and meet legal and ethical obligations. Moreover, ideological or political biases, censorship, and conflicts of interest can lead to biased and unfair treatment, compromising the objectivity of published materials. Another is discrimination or harassment based on characteristics like race or gender, as well as segmented publication practices to inflate publication numbers. Lastly, accountability considerations are crucial for publishers. The use of pseudonyms to conceal identity undermines accountability and accuracy. Additionally, undisclosed errors in published work or research misconduct and publication ethics violations must be addressed promptly to maintain credibility and transparency. While digital platforms offer unprecedented access and convenience, printed materials remain indispensable for many learners. Publishers, educators, and stakeholders alike must collaborate to navigate these ethical complexities, upholding transparency, accountability, and fairness in every aspect of print publication. Through print publication with integrity and foresight, we can cultivate a learning environment where knowledge is not only accessible, but also ethically grounded and enduring. Here are our discussion questions for this topic. Number 1. What unique copyright considerations should publishers in the Philippines be aware of when producing printed materials? Additionally, which regulatory bodies or organizations can offer guidance and support on navigating these copyright issues effectively? 2. What ethical concerns in print publication do you think are often ignored? Can you explain why you think they're overlooked and provide examples to support your viewpoint? Once again, thank you for watching this video, and I'm looking forward to our future discussions.